Hello, lovely soul. Today we are going to focus on change. You might look around you and you might say, but Viv, the world already is changing around me. We are already in our second lockdown this year. Coronavirus seems to be ruling the roost at the moment. What more change can you ask of me? Here's the thing. When change really gathers momentum, it starts from within. All too often, we expect the lawmakers in our countries, the governments, the large corporations to start the change, to start that ball rolling. But if we are waiting for them to make positive change, we will be waiting for a long time. Have you ever watched a really large tanker in the middle of the ocean and it's trying to change its direction? It can't just quickly turn round. It takes many maneuvers to turn that tanker around, and even then it's so slow. The corporations in our world, the large corporations, the governments, the leaders that we look up to in our world, they all live in this huge tankers that take forever to change. It just does not happen overnight. If you want to see change happen in the world around you, and if you want to see change happen in your life, and I hope that you sincerely do, that's why you're watching these videos, then it has to start within. As people and as individuals, we tend to underestimate the power that is within us, the power that we can evoke change around us. And so, because it's easy, we tend to say, yeah, I think the government should change that way of living, or should bring in a rule to change that way of living. I think the government should change the way corporations are breaking down rainforests, destroying rainforests, killing animals, destroying the habitats that the animals live in. The government really need to put their foot down and start creating laws that will stop corporations doing that. Well, how long is that going to take, lovely soul? If we're lucky, it might happen in 5 years. When you get one really enthusiastic member of our parliament standing up and fighting for the rights of the rainforest and of animals, of our ecosystem, of limiting emissions, yes, they can start a ripple effect, but there's so much bureaucracy that goes on behind that it takes years to bring in a new law and years to impact the change, and we don't necessarily have years. Change needs to start from within us. It's time to stop passing the buck. It's time to look within. If you want something to change positively in the world around you, and if you want something to change positively in your life, you need to be the one to take the action. You need to be the one who does the work. If you don't agree with how corporations are treating our planet, stop buying from those corporations. Support small businesses, support businesses that give whenever they receive as well, that are supporting local communities. Make conscious choices, really, rather than just going to the supermarket every week and just picking whatever you need. Find out who is behind the labelling, what company is behind each product, and if the way they are treating our world is in line with your own personal beliefs and ethics, then support them. If not, don't support them. Make the change happen within. And once you make the change happen within, you're impacting your family, and your family are seeing that your ethics are coming to the fore and your principles are important to you, and that you are choosing brands that you know are ethical and are right. And you think they're just going to sit back and just continue to buy from those big corporations? No, you are a leader in your family, in your community. They'll start to see how you're making conscious decisions, and they will follow with you. And that will gather more and more momentum. And as individuals, by changing within, we will have a much bigger impact than we could ever expect from the large corporations, from the governments of our world within the next 5 years. So change is all about taking action and about working from within. It's not about passing the buck. We need to stop passing the buck. We need to take responsibility for how the world is, because we have played a part in that, and have a really big part in that as consumers. We need to take that responsibility. And if we want to change things, which I hope we do, for the better, then we need to take action. It's not difficult. It takes a little bit of homework. It takes a little bit of work at the beginning to work out what corporations you want to support and which ones you don't want to support, what small brands you want to build up, because the small brands of today, wow, so many of them are all giving back to the community. So many of them are giving money towards like gorilla orphanages, chimpanzee orphanages, where the animal habitats have been destroyed and people are stepping in to look after them. Check out your small brands, because I guarantee they do much more for your community than the large corporations. And yes, it's not so easy and it's not so cheap to buy from the small brands, but you will be rewarded, and the world will be rewarded as a result. So what do the angels want us to know about taking change personally, evoking change from within, actually taking action and stopping passing the buck to large corporations and the government? What would the angels like us to know today? Okay, there's nothing jumping out today, so I'm drawn to this card. And the card is opening to love. My heart is opening, or is open. This is such the perfect card for today's message about change. It's talking about going into your heart center. That's where your love is. That's where you connect with the angels, with your higher self, with intuition, with the guidance from above. Open your heart to love. I've noticed personally, as I've been working more and more with the angels and opening my heart to the love that they have given me, I have made very, very different life choices. Daily life choices have changed for me. I became vegetarian because of what I was seeing around me that I did not agree with in the meat industry. I am practically vegan because I've seen far too many little calves being abused and ripped away from their mothers at such a young age. My heart has opened to love, and my eyes have therefore opened, and I have seen things around me that I did not agree with, and I couldn't continue along the path I was walking. When you open your heart to love, when you open your eyes to the world around you, and you express love and you feel love, you'll want that love to expand and grow further. You'll want to make sure that your life choices are not negatively impacting anybody else, whether they're human, animal, or plant, whatever species we may be talking about in the world. When you open to love, you make very, very different choices. And the thing about it is, it comes really naturally and it comes really easily, because all of a sudden, your life choices from before you opened up to love don't sit comfortably with you. And you don't want to be living a life whenever you don't feel comfortable. You want to be comfortable in life, so you make choices that feel better. So, if I purposely had chosen this, I could not have chosen a better card for today. Opening to love. The angels are asking us, with our experience of coronavirus and how this has happened, and how as humans we have had so much destruction in this world that nature is actually turning against us. And because we have damaged so much habitat and brought animals so much closer, we've only got ourselves to blame for coronavirus. So the angels are begging us, inviting us, open yourselves up to love, because only through love will you change.